you know, you can also invite them in today, you know, you can also invite them in to listen to, you know, this unboxing session, right? So they will have a little idea of what Thermomix is about, because we'll be talking about how to fully utilize the Thermomix, okay? So we shall start now, okay? So, all right, so you'll be learning a lot of tips and tricks tonight, okay? So I will start with cookie dough, all right? So whenever you purchase your Thermomix, your advisor will always send you two things, okay? First is the unboxing video, a very general unboxing video. And secondly is registration of your cookie dough account, okay? So what is your cookie dough account is, cookie dough is a guided cooking library, okay? Guided cooking recipe library for your Thermomix TM6. And you can access it directly after you register. You can access it and cook directly from your TM6. Okay, so let me share the screen on Cookie Dough website. Okay, all right. Okay, let me share. All right, so your advisor who you purchase it from, he or she will, you know, tell you to go to Cookie Dough and register your Cookie Dough account into this website, cookiedough.international. Okay, it's very important that you register at the correct website. So cookiedough.international is international website, because there are many cookie dough. There are cookie dough Europe, there are cookie dough UK, cookie dough Australia. So this is the Cookie Dough International. So register it, okay? So there will be a welcome page. You have to log in with your email and password. So once you register, you can actually customize it. You can put your photo, and then you can put your name, you know, your name of your Thermomix, you know, and you log in with your email and your passwords. Okay, so with Cookie Dough, once you log in, you automatically will get 6 months free subscription. Okay, so 6 months free subscription, and after 6 months free subscription, you can choose to subscribe, continue the subscription, which is $59 a year. Or if you choose not to subscribe, not to continue, you can still access some recipe from your Cookie Dough or from your Thermomix. Okay, you have about 200 to 300 recipes. You can still access it directly. Okay, and you can view your Cookie Dough via your phone, your iPad, your laptop. Okay, so let's say once you have registered your Cookie Dough, you have set up everything, it's very easy. So you just search whatever you want. Let's say, okay, I search for pita. So just type pita and you search. Okay, so you got all the pita recipes, you know, appearing. And then please be reminded that this is an international website. So there's a lot of languages. So you always want to filter. Okay, so you go to filter, you want English. Okay, so you go and you search for English. Okay, you go to English, and there is 1,800 recipe of pita. So you just click on it. So these are the ones in English. Okay, so let's say you want to make great pita breads. Okay, you like it a lot. So you can actually go here. Okay. Okay, first I have to log in. How come I'm logged out? I was logged in. Okay. So let me go back. Okay, so you can actually add it, bookmark it. So the next time you don't have to search all over again. So you can always bookmark it. Okay. So it gives you the time, the preparation, the total hours, and the serving portion. Okay, of course, this is the whole portion of 8. If you want to half it, you can actually cut half and, you know, follow the preparation exactly. And you can cut half. For me, I always cut half of the recipe, and it's fine. It's fine to do that. Okay. Okay, now let's go to collection. There's a lot of collections as well. Okay, so let's go to collections. Okay, so for collections, because in Cookie-Doo, there's a lot of collections. Okay, we go to collections. Let's say you want to have Asian collection. So you just type Asian food. Okay, so it comes out all the Asian collections, all right? And you can save it. So let's say you want to have Asian all-in-one. Okay, you go in here. Okay, so you have all the all-in-one meals in this collection, which is really, really fun to do, and it's really simple, and you see the cooking times are really short. Okay, so you can just save it. You can save this collection, you save it. Okay, okay, so now how do you access to all the saved recipe when you bookmark it? So just go to my recipes. So you have saved, yeah, I've just saved, it will appear at the side here. So I've just saved the Asian all-in-one. Okay, and for bookmark, okay, you just go bookmarked. This is where I've bookmarked all my recipes that I've been cooking a lot, or you know, that I find it, I would want to cook. So you just bookmark it, okay? So whatever you do here on your laptop, or you can be doing it on your phone if you don't have a laptop. So when you turn on your TM6, it will automatically sync into your TM6, right? Okay, so let's go to, so now we already know. So if you want to plan your meals, it's very simple as well. Okay, when you want to do meal planning, it's better to go do it on your phone, or sorry, on your laptop, or your iPad is bigger, so it's easier to see. Okay, meal plannings you can't do on your TM6 screen, touch screen. You have to do it on your phone or on your laptop. Okay, so I've got my meals planned for tomorrow. So I already, you see, 1st of July. Okay, let's say, okay, let's say I want to put Greek pita bread for tomorrow. Okay, I can add to my week. Okay, I can add it for tomorrow. So first of, okay, then I save. So I go to my week. Okay, I can also add to shopping list. Okay, since I have to check what ingredients I have. Most of the ingredients I have here. For instance, if I don't have oil, okay, I will add to shopping list first. Okay, okay, now I go to my week. So I go to 1st of July. So I've saved for tomorrow what I will be cooking for tomorrow. I already know. Okay, so I'm doing fish curry, juice, and pita bread. So shopping list. Okay, I add this into my shopping list, add to shopping list. So it shows here all the ingredients that we need, okay? Okay, so let's say when the items that you already have at home, let's say you have sugar, water, you don't need to buy. So, okay, sea salt you have. So you see, when you go to the supermarket, you check on your phone, you log into Cookie-Doo, so you go to exactly the same page, you know, you go in, and then you go to your shopping list, and you see these two items that we already have is already here. So we just refer to this. So I don't have flour at home, I don't have olive oil at home, okay? So all of this is all the recipe that I will be planning for tomorrow, okay? We'll be doing my pita bread. Okay, so this is my week. It's very simple, very easy to navigate. Okay, and now with the enhanced 3.0 Cookie-Doo. Okay, let's go here. My recipe. So now with the enhanced 3.0 Cookie-Doo, you can actually create your own recipe, right? So this was launched beginning this year. Okay, so you can actually create your own recipe, save in Cookie-Doo, okay? And let's say you got your grandma's, your mother's, your father's favorite recipe that you're always cooking manually, and now you want to cook it with your Thermomix, you can always create your recipe, okay? So created recipe. So let's say I've created this. These are my own recipe, all right? These are my own recipe. This is my grandma's mayonnaise. This is my modified banana cake, you know, iron ketchup. So if you want to create your own, you just click here, create recipe, okay? And you can create up to 100 recipes, okay? So let's say you want to create your own, let's say, how do you call apple pie, okay? So apple pie, just type, this is just a sample, just to show you. Apple pie, oops, apple pie. So you create. So this one is very important. You do it on your laptop because you need to type a lot and you need a bigger screen, so it's easier for you to see. On your phone, you'll be like, you know, enlarging and closing, enlarging and closing. So you upload your image, of your apple pie, and then you just add steps. Just follow the steps. First, add your ingredients, what do you need, okay, and then you follow the steps, and it will tell you what temperature that you want, how long is the kneading. So then, if you're not sure, you can always refer to Cookie Do's basic apple pie, but with your own modified ingredients. So you look at the steps of how the basic apple pie is, so you can use the step and you know, to paste it onto your created recipe. So you just follow the step. It's really easy. So if you're not sure, you can always ask your advisor, you know, how to do it. But usually it's very easily, it can be done really easily, okay? And to get started, okay, so we also have modes now. Okay, let me see. So we also have modes, my recipe. So you have all the modes here, okay, high temperature cooking. You can always scroll down here at the side, you know. Some of these recipes are already in Cookie Do, like I mentioned earlier, that you don't require any Wi-Fi to access, okay? And these are the modes, like one of the modes are the high temperature cooking, all right? And even the basic cookbook recipe book is inside here. So all these are already installed in your Cookie Do and in your Thermomix. If you don't have any Wi-Fi, you can still access into these recipes, okay? So if you have any question, please write it down later on at the end of the session. You can always ask, we always can have a Q&A session, okay? So now let's see. Now I will start with the unboxing. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, all right. So now let's see what's in the box, okay? When you receive your Thermomix, you know, you're so happy. Okay, so what is in your box? The first thing is you will get this, okay? Welcome to the future of cooking, all right? So this is important. This is for you to fill up, okay? Always fill it up and, you know, write down your advisors, write down your name, and then write down your Cookie Do email address, Cookie Do password, because nowadays everything is password. We have so many passwords, we don't remember anything. So it's important because many customers always forgetting their Cookie Do password. So write it down here, okay? And then important to write your advisor's name. So if you have anything, their contact number, and then your order number and your delivery date and the unboxing date. So you know roughly when your warranty will end, okay? So fill up this leaflet, okay? So, and then when you open it, it will tell you the first thing is to register your Cookie Do, and then all this will be in your box, okay? And then you have a basic cookbook. Later, Ayu, she will be talking more about the basic cookbook and the modes of the cooking modes, okay? So you will have this, and then where to find the perfect spot on your kitchen, okay? And then you have to start your machine, all right? So, okay, the cooking modes, we will talk about it later. So now let's see all the accessories that you will be getting from in your box, okay? So let's start with the Varoma set. Okay. Okay, so this is the varoma. Okay, you will be getting this set, right, which looks like a spaceship. Okay, it looks like a spaceship, this varoma set. Okay, there's a cover here, there's the lid, right, and there's 2 layers. Okay, so the bottom layer, you have to, when you're cooking something at the bottom layer, it is always advisable to place a trivet at the bottom layer so that when you're steaming your food, because varoma is used for steaming, okay? So that when you're steaming your food, and your dish or your plate will not cover the holes of your varoma, because you will be putting it on top of here, okay? So when you're cooking, the steam will go up. It has to reach the top. Okay, it has to reach the top. When you're steaming the food, the water here, or you're cooking your fish, your soup, or your rice, or your stew, and when you're steaming, the steam will go through here so that your food at the varoma will be cooked. All right? So important to always lift up your ingredients with a trivet, your plate with a trivet. And then on the second layer, you can stack it up and you can steam another layer of food. Okay, you can steam your eggs, your fish, your or dessert. Okay, or you can put a silicone mold as well. Okay. Okay. So very important to remember is when you're steaming, at least 500 grams of water, 500 grams of water you have to place when you're steaming, okay, for every 30 minutes. So 500 grams of water steaming for every 30 minutes. So if you increase your hour, you add another 500 grams. That means 1 liter of water for an hour steaming, all right? So always remember that, okay? Okay. So, and all this material, all this varoma material are all BPA free. So that means they conform to the European standard, and it is safe to be placed in the hot temperature, cooking your food in a hot temperature. Okay, so now let's go to the splash guard. So what is the splash guard? You have this splash guard. Splash guard is for high temperature cooking. So if you're cooking your fried ikan bilis, because in Cookidoo you have access to high temperature cooking, about 20 recipes I think, and you can do fried ikan bilis. You can you can fry crispy garlic. You can do crispy shallot. You can do kamhyong prawns, and you can also brown your meat, okay, brown your chicken. So these are all high temperature cooking. This will be placed here, all right? On top here, it will tell you to place your splash guard over the lid. Remove this, okay? Remove your measuring cup, place it here so that no oil will be splattering all over no oil will be splattering out of the from the lid, okay? So this is the splash guard, comes along with it, okay? And high temperature cooking is temperature is around 160 degrees, okay? That's high temperature cooking. So for your measuring cup, this is a measuring cup, okay? This measuring cup, 90% of your cooking will always be together with the lid. It will always tell you to put on your measuring cup onto the lid and into the bowl. Okay, this is to keep the moist, retain the moist in, and also prevent the steam from escaping. And this is also used to measure liquid and rice. So you see there's a marking here, 100 ml and 50 ml. Okay, 1 cup is equivalent to 1 cup of rice. So 3 cups is 300 grams of rice. Okay. So there are some recipes that tell you, like if you're boiling something, they will tell you to replace measuring cup with your simmering basket. Okay, so a lot of customers who are very new, they are not sure how do you replace measuring cup with your simmering basket? So they have no idea, you know, the cup is like that and like that. So you have to remove this measuring cup and then put it on top. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so this is when to prevent bubbling. Okay, sometimes when you're cooking something, you are cooking some soup with bones inside or meat inside, it will bubble. So you can take off this and put this in. So it will prevent it from spilling or over bubbling. Okay, it will stop from bubbling. So this is how we do. Okay, so the lid. So this is the lid. Okay, this is the lid. This is how you insert. Okay, always close the lid from the back here. Okay, wait, let me show you. Always close the lid like that. Okay, from the back to the front. Okay, and you can feel that the rubber is, you know, nicely grabbed into the mouth of the mixing bowl. So this is the correct way to do it. Okay, so let's see, like that. So it doesn't matter this handle here, it doesn't matter if it's pointing here or here or here, it doesn't matter. What is important is here. Okay, and always take care of the locking arms. Okay, because the locking arm is very sensitive, and try not to be so rough and hit, because the locking arm is what activate the cooking mode. If the locking arm is loose, you will not be able to start the cooking, start the machine. So take care of the locking arm. Try not to, you know, bang when you put the bowl. Okay, right? So this is the locking arm, and there's also a sensor here. So we have to be very careful when inserting and removing. All right. So okay, so that is the lid. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the mixing bowl. Okay, let's see. So our mixing bowl is 2.2 liter. Okay, there's marking inside. There's marking here at this corner. Okay, marking 1 liter, 2 liter, and there's a maximum. So when you're cooking any liquid, you know, don't try not to go over the maximum, just right below the maximum, because you don't want any spillage or overflowing of your soup or etc. Okay, and then and do not exceed the capacity. Okay, and this is how you remove the bowl. Okay, so for those of you who just got your Thermomix, okay, the bowl is always very tight. Okay, it's normal. Don't worry. It's normal to be a bit tight at the bottom. Sometimes you really need strength to open the first few times, and then after the 5th or 6th time, it will loosen up. So there's a marking here. There is a triangle here. Okay, and there is you know, something you can grip around. Okay, like you can grip. Okay, for you to hold. So always twist it towards the triangle, okay, the heating sign here. So twist it, okay? So, and to close, you just go towards you. So to open, you twist it towards the triangle, and close, you just again go back, okay? So if you try to twist this side, it won't. You only there's one direction to twist open and to twist close. Okay, so you twist open and then you remove your knife. Very easy. Okay, you put it back. Very simple. Back to this direction. Okay, because there's only one direction. Always look at the triangle and close it back. Okay, that's it. So you can see all there's 3 gaps here inside. So it's for when the food is cutting, you know, it's rotating at a balance when it's cutting, chopping, you know, so everything is chopped evenly. So you won't see you know, like you're chopping carrot, you won't see suddenly there's one piece of big carrot and then the rest is chopped. These three, you know, protruding, like something sticking out here, can't remember what's it called. It helps the ingredient to chop evenly. Okay, so that's why you have these three things here. Okay, so it's a 2.2 liter. All right, and you have to be very careful when handling the blade because there's a sharp side and there's a blunt side. So you have to be careful. Okay, try not to fiddle too much with your finger. And everything can be placed in the dishwasher. Wanted to say washing machine. Okay, everything can be placed in the dishwasher. Just remove the parts, 3 parts. Okay, you can place in the dishwasher. Even your lid, all your accessories, you can place in the dishwasher. Okay, so, and very important, once it's done, remove it out from the dishwasher. For me, I will air dry everything separately. So once it's dry completely, but if you have no time to dry, if you want to cook the next dish straight away, very importantly, wipe the body. And also here, these 5 pins here, this part, okay, this part always have to be dry, okay, because it's the connector to the electric, okay. So it has to be dry, just like our plugs at home. Everything needs to be dry before we switch it on, okay. So this is our mixing bowl, 2.2 liter. And then we have the butterfly. So those of you who love to bake, meringue, you do kaya with it, okay, kaya, and what else? You want to whip egg white, you want to make sauces, mayonnaise. So this is the butterfly whisk. Okay, very easy. Just insert it. Okay. Just insert it. Okay, on the top, we can see. So you see, yeah, just insert it. So once you feel there's a lock that is locked slightly, that means it's okay, it's intact. And always remember, when you're using a butterfly, never go above speed 4, okay? It is written here, never go above speed 4. Maximum speed 4, okay? Because if you go above speed 4, our motor is so powerful, it might detach the butterfly from the blade and the butterfly will be flying all over inside the bowl and you may break your butterfly and spoil your bowl, okay? So remember, no, do not go above speed 4. So this is the butterfly. Okay, also, this is also very good to cook soft food. Okay, when you're making stir-fried tofu, you're making stir-fried fish fillet, this is very good to go with. Okay, so you can put your butterfly there and then it will slowly stir-fry so it wouldn't chop off your soft food. Okay, so one of the tips you can use for stir-frying soft ingredients. Okay, all right, so let's go to the next one. This is your simmering basket. There are many uses for the simmering basket. Okay, first you boil. The most important thing is you boil low GI rice with your simmering basket. So what is low GI rice? Is rice which is healthy rice. Okay, there's no starch in it. It removes all the starch, all the sugar, so you're eating healthy rice. And this simmering basket, you can use up to 3 cups of rice using your measuring cup. 3 cups of rice, you can put it here, okay? And you insert it into your mixing bowl. So I've been cooking Thermomix. I've been using Thermomix to cook rice for 9 years, okay? So I've been eating Thermomix rice, low GI rice for 9 years. So cooking rice for me is really fast. For me, personally, I cook for 14 minutes. If you want this tip, you can write it down. So 3 cups of rice, insert, and water level. Okay, if my rice is up to here, let's say my rice is up to here, I will put my water level right above the rice, okay? Right above the rice, and I will go for 14 minutes, 100 degrees. and speed 3.5. And after 14 minutes, when it's done, I will use my spatula. So this is the use of your spatula. Okay, because it's hot, do not use your hand. Okay, I will use my spatula to open. Okay, to open it. To open it, I will fluff up the rice. Okay, I'll fluff it up. I will fluff it up from here. And I will close it back and let it steam by itself. Everything is stopped already. You don't have to cook anymore. Just let it steam, just like how we use our rice cooker. Leave it in, let it steam for 3 to 5 minutes. So after that, you can remove it and let it cool for a while, and the rice will be nice and fluffy. So 14 minutes for me. So yeah, I know some people, they go for 18 minutes, but for me, 14 is perfect. My rice is perfect. And I use jasmine rice. If I use basmati or Japanese rice, I will add another minute, 15 minutes, 100 degrees, 3.5. Okay. And so yes, this is the spatula that you use. I also have to remind you that when there are certain ingredients that require spatula, okay? So let me show you. So like you're making ice cream, 1 minute ice cream, or you're stir frying noodles. There are some noodles that requires you to help to stir a bit at the end of the step. So they will tell you to insert your spatula into the lid hole. So insert. Okay, this is how you do. And this is why there is a stopper here, so that the spatula does not touch the knife when it's mixing. So you just insert, right? Okay, so this is how you stir. Okay, so this is the spatula, very useful, and you use to cut your mantau, cut your dough, you know, cut your donuts, divide your doughs. Okay, so this is your swimming basket. All right, so always use original Thermomix accessories, okay? Don't think that, oh, maybe I can find a cheaper, you know, you find some nice, fun looking, colorful accessory for your Thermomix, and then, you know, to replace the accessories. Don't, because let's say if you buy a different type of spatula which looks similar and it looks pretty color, and if you use it and you spoil your blade or your bowl, the company will not cover the warranty for you. So do not use you know, other brands. Always stick to Thermomix original accessories. Okay, and before I pass it to Ayu, I want to show you also in Cookie Do, there is some recipes that shows you steps of how to let's say you're making bread, you're making pasta, you're making dough, right? So there are some steps in Cookie Do that show you how to make. Okay, let's say, okay, I've set the steps. Okay, so this is my bookmark. Okay, I'm not sure you can see. Okay, this is my bookmark. Okay, so whatever you save in your bookmark, you search from here, it goes alphabetically. So now I want to search quiche because I want to show you there's a video in the quiche recipe. So it goes from A to Z alphabetically. So hang on, it's loading. So I want to go to Q, so I know I have to scroll to Q. So it go A, B, C, D. Okay, so I want to go to quiche, P, Q. Okay, quiche Lorraine. Okay, so I already saved this. It's already in my bookmark. Okay, I go in here. So here it tells me all the, you know, recipes, what I need. Okay. Okay, so here I go start cooking. Okay, so next, now we are doing the first step of doing the quiche is the short crust pastry. So do here, then I tell you to preheat the oven. So you have to do your pastry now, okay? So when you're done with your pastry, it will tell you to roll your pastry. And you know, So not everybody knows how to roll out the quiche dough, right? So it will actually show you how to roll your quiche dough. See? So once you roll out on a rolling pin, it shows you how to assemble the dough. Yeah. So you have many recipes, even if you want to do pasta, right? If you want to do pasta also, they will show you step by step how you roll your pasta, how you flatten it, how you cut it, okay? And then how you, and the shapes of the pasta. So there are a lot of recipes that have videos like this to show you. Okay, so it's done. So it's very easy. Those of you who have not tried this quiche Lorraine recipe, you all should try it because it is so easy and so fast. I think it's only 30 minutes. Okay, and then you get a really nice quiche. Okay, so I will pass it to Ayu. She will talk about the modes and how you use this to do manual cooking. Okay, all right, Ayu, I'll pass it on to you.
All right. Hi, welcome everyone. Good evening. I'm Ayu, and today, let me just get the lighting a bit right. I'm not sure why suddenly it can't see the most important part, which is there you can see. Okay, you need to play chat with the lighting. Okay, it's the lighting all right here. So I'll see here. Okay, so Lindsay has already explained to you a little bit about cookie dough, and I'm sure most of you have your own traditional recipes that you would like to, do on the Thermomix itself. So when you purchase your Thermomix, you would have already had this, and then you will have this perfection with 7 days, like I call it, your basically guided homework of what you should do every day for 7 days. And also you will have this really wonderful and amazing cookbook, which is the basic cookbook. Now, this basic cookbook, I must say, many people do not make use of it, but it is full of really, really great information. So to start off with, if you just open the first few pages, you would see that it even tells you, because sometimes, we're so used to manual cooking and we're wondering, okay, for blending, what are the speeds needed? So it's all written on this page in front here. And then also it tells you cooking your way, what are the kind of modes that they have. So this is all the general introduction. And it also has like a picture over here, if you can see. So if you're not sure how to use the splash guard, you can use and refer this again. It's like, supposedly your go-to book. And then they also tell you how to cook your own recipes in here. And they have quite a number of basic recipes that's in here. And like Lindsay mentioned, whatever that's in here, this basic cookbook, you can also retrieve them from the Cookie Dough collection itself under collection. So you can just go to the basic cookbook and it's in there. Okay, and then moving on, behind here, if you go to the back part of the book, you will see that they have all the resources on chopping, the different functions of grating, as well as grinding and milling. So sometimes we're, still getting used to cooking from traditional to using Thermomix. So for example, if you want to grate, you want to do your cheese, right? Grating the cheese. So on page 346, you can check later. So you can actually see it tells you how many grams. So 70 to 300 grams, you need to cut in 2 to 3 pieces. And it gives you the time. So time here, it says there 5 to 14 seconds and the speed. So speed 7. So, and it also has the tips and technique at the side there. So it says that if you want, you can use it longer to get a fine and grinder cheese. So besides grating, it also has for grinding, milling. So if you want to grind your spices, it also tells you 20 grams, how many seconds, what's the speed, everything is in here. So not to worry. And another thing that we're always, wondering, like for steaming, for example, if you want to steam broccoli florets, how long do you need? Which appliance would you need? So over here, it actually tells you for broccoli florets, 200 to 50 grams, around 11 to 15 minutes, you use a simmering basket. And if you have a bigger quantity, like around 400 to 800 grams, then you will increase the cooking time to 15 to 22 minutes and on varoma. So all is written right in here. So it's really, really good book to just go through. So even the steaming of meat is also written in here. And then you have of course, the recipes alphabetically indexed. Now, again, in case of emergency, you want it really quick. What we have in here also is actually the summary version. So in your leaflet, which you have, so actually it's written here what the scales are, what's turbo, everything is already written in here for you. Okay, so now moving on to the exciting part of manual cooking. So for manual cooking, first and foremost, if some of you do not know, the Thermomix has an automatic shutdown. So which means automatic shutdown, what it means is in 15 minutes, if it is inactive, then what's going to happen is that it will shut down by itself. So automatically it will shut down by itself. Okay. All right, let me just move this to the side so you can see slightly better. Okay. So this is the emergency stop button. If you want to shut it down manually, you hold it between 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will write that Thermomix will be shut down now, and it will shut down. And if, like I said, if you are busy and you leave it unattended, if you see, it will also be automatically shut down. So you don't have to worry. All right. So once it's already shut down, now to turn it back on, again, it's the same method. You just have to press it and switch it on. Okay, so you just press one push and it will start. Okay, good job. Okay. So besides showing you the manual cooking, I will also be showing you all the modes that we have in here. So I'm sure if you have been exploring your Thermomix, you would see that there is so many different modes in here. And it keeps adding on from time to time because it is smart at heart. Now, if you see on my screen, there's actually a keypad. So I have locked my Thermomix so that my children don't touch it because they love to use the Thermomix and make all kinds of different things, which is good. Okay, so over here, we have the time. So for Thermomix, the way it cooks is using, what is this called? Time, temperature, as well as the speed. Okay, let me adjust it. Let's see. Okay, so it's used between time, temperature, and speed. Okay, okay. So for the time, it goes per second. So what you need to do is you actually need to turn it until you reach your desired time that you want. Okay, so for example, right now it's at 4 minutes. Okay. And if you want to put it back to 0, all you have to do is hold it for a couple of seconds. And as you can see, ta-da, it's back to 0. Okay. So at any point of time, when you want to move from one mode to the other using time, temperature, or speed, you can just either tap and you will see the icon becoming bigger, then that's where it is focused on. Or you can even use the selector over here and you can see that it is moving. Okay, so you can tap the selector to move from one mode to the other. Now for temperature over here, after 37, it goes to a 40 and it goes an increment of 5 all the way up to 120 degrees. However, the maximum the maximum temperature can actually go up to 170 degrees. The only reason why is that it is not shown on the screen is because we do not want the customers to burn whatever that they are cooking. So 120 degrees Celsius is the perfect temperature for you to cook. Okay. And then moving on, if you go a little bit more, that's the maximum, which is varoma. So varoma is always used when you want to steam. So if you see, we have, this is the varoma. So when you place the varoma on top, then you will use the varoma temperature. Okay, and then next we have this. This is your speed. Okay, now this speed is very, very important. So I'm going to take it slow. If you see this blade here, what you want to do is you want to click it until it shows the reverse enable. So when it shows reverse enable, that is what makes it different between having chicken curry and having shredded chicken curry. Okay, so if you do not click the reverse enable, it will shred the chicken. If you use the reverse enable, then it will actually just reverse it clockwise. Now, if you just go one, it will actually go to spoon. So spoon is at the speed where it goes really slowly and it's actually just stirring. So that's the spoon mode. Now on the screen here, the maximum it can go is up to 10. Okay. And it's also part of like the blending. Okay. All right. Yes, I will try and fix the screen a little bit because from time to time it's too bright. Yeah. Okay, let me just try and see. Oh, my house very bright. Okay, so it's trying to play games with me right now. Okay. Better. Okay, Nyam, I don't see my face. It's okay. At least you can see the screen.
Yeah, better.
Okay, so as you can see, so it's on reverse. So that's the most important thing. So like I mentioned just now, we have the 3 screens. And if you want to move from one to another, you can either touch or you can just press the selector button. All right.
Are you why so bright again? Cannot see.
No, it's like, I think what is this called? The laptop is automatically adjusting itself for some. So I need to like hide or put something to show the, let me see. Okay. For now, you don't need the really. Let me, while I figure it, there, okay. Okay, better? Yeah, I will see here.
Yes.
So as you can see underneath here, okay, underneath there, can you see that there's 3 dots? So those 3 sensors are where the weighing scale is. So that's why when you move your Thermomix, do not drag it. Instead, lift it up and move it wherever you want to go. Okay, that is better because, yeah, this way is better. I have to hold it this way the whole entire
you
time.
hold it like that.
I'll hold it this way, okay, so that you all can see clearly. So that because as you know, the weighing scale is very precise by the gram and it's very sensitive. So if you drag it, it will actually affect the weighing scale precision. Okay. All right. So let me see. I have to find an angle. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now we will go on to the modes that's already been set in here. So for the first one, if you click scale, you can see that it's precise by the gram. It's moving by itself. So even if I touch it here, you can see that it is moving. Okay, so for instance, sometimes they tell you to place the mixing bowl on the lid. So what you're going to do is you're going to place, I'm so scared to move the screen. So you're going to place the bowl on the, okay, place the bowl on the mixing lid. So this is how you're going to do it. So if you want to place your chicken or whatever, that's how you put it in and you marinate. Normally they will ask you to do that. Okay. So whenever you add something onto or inside your mixing bowl, you will see it moves. And if you want to add on the next item, all you have to do is click this button here, which says tab. Okay. And it will go back to 0. Then you can add on your next item. Okay, so we add on our next item into the mixing bowl, and then you can click there. So on and so forth until you are done measuring whatever that's needed. So that's about the weighing scale. Okay, so moving on for the dough function. Now the dough function, it says here, basically you use for making your bread, your fishball soup, your anything that you want to use the kneading mode, so you can use it. And maximum it's recommended is around 1.3 kg of the flour. And all you have to do is basically when you come to this preset mode for the dough, you just have to use the time and you just turn it once. So most of the preset function, you only need to turn it once. Okay, so that's why you can see there's only two. There's no temperature for this. Okay, and if at ever any point of time you do not understand, you can always ask later on. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next. Yeah, moved and then again. Okay, again it's right. Okay, now for the next, there I can see almost a little bit. Okay, for the next mode is the third one, which is the turbo. Okay, can see. Let me bring it close. Right. Okay, there, turbo mode. So for the turbo mode, it has 0.5 seconds, 1 and 2 seconds. It's only 3 options that you have. That's the most. Okay, and this is really, really powerful because it uses the maximum speed, which is around 10,000 RPM, which is really, really strong. And if you have anything that you want to grind like really, really fine using the shortest time, but the highest speed, that's when you use the turbo. So I'm sure if you have seen all our demos, we would have shown you how to do rock sugar into icing sugar or powdered sugar. We normally use 2 seconds in turbo mode. That's how fast and how strong the motor is for it to turn rock sugar into powdered sugar. Now, as I was saying, if at any point of time you are not sure how to use any of these modes, all you have to do is click this I button and it will actually have a brief description for you to see. So from this description, you can actually read it on your own and also understand it better on how to use it. So like here, it says here, if you want to grate your cheese, like your Parmesan cheese or whatever cheese, you can always come to this turbo mode. All right. Now this next function is my favorite function, which is the pre-clean. So you click the pre-clean here. Now the pre-clean, we have 4 modes for you to choose from. So the first being dough, which means anytime when you have already made your bread or anything which is sticky at the side, your fish ball, and you need to get rid of the dough, the stickiness. So you will go to dough. And the next is universal. So universal is basically all the other things that you use to cook, general items that you use to cook. So for example, your sambal, your curry, your nasi, your Maggi mee, any of those things that you use your Thermomix for, and you want to save time because that's the whole purpose of this Thermomix, because it's your mini dishwasher. Just go to universal. Okay, and next we have fat or caramel. So fat or caramel is if you have done salted caramel and it's a bit sticky, then or even a lollipop, what you can do is put in a bit of water, and when at the fat or caramel, it will be using a higher temperature to melt off the fats and caramel. So for the browning, is the same thing. However, when you click the I, it will again, like I mentioned, it will explain to you exactly how much of water is needed. So it says here, maximum 1 liter of water and a little drop of dishwashing liquid. Or you can even use vinegar. So if you're like, let's just say you're cooking between sambal and then suddenly you decide that you need to bake a cake. So if you want to get rid of like the sambal smell, what you can do is you can even add in like some lemon to get rid of the smell, vinegar as well, so that it will clean and get rid of the smell. And when you bake the cake, it will not have that after effect taste or smell. Okay. And so over here, it tells you the difference in the temperature for dough, universal, fats or caramel, and browning. Now, again, for browning, what you want to do is you don't want to put too much of dishwashing liquid because it will, what do you guys, there will be a lot of bubbles that comes out when you use for the browning. So normally you just use vinegar. Okay, so that's for the pre-clean function. Okay, very important. And you do not need to worry about the time because all you have to do is just turn the selector to where you want it and it will automatically come out how long it takes and it will clean for you while you are having your dinner or while you're doing something else. Okay, next we have the blend. So this is similar like to a blender. Okay, so if you want to blend your purees, you want to smoothen your soups or your smoothies, you can always use this mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your ingredients inside the mixing bowl and then up to 2000 grams. The blending will normally start slowly at speed 5 and then you can increase it automatically to speed 6 until 8. But make sure you always place the measuring cup on top. If not, you will have a messed up kitchen. All right. So next we have is the egg boiler function. So this egg boiler, what happens is it is best to use from the fridge because talking from personal experience, I actually did not put it in the fridge and what happened was it cooked too fast. So because, it says here use from the fridge. So it's best for you to use from the fridge. If not, the timing that you choose, the how do you say? The soft, medium, and hard will not be as how you want it because it will cook faster. So when you cook it from the fridge, then it's better. So you can always pick from here. Okay, you can put 2 to 6 eggs inside. And you don't have to put the simmering basket in because it is actually just boiling the water. It is not moving the blade. So your eggs will not pecah and break. Okay. Sorry. So you can pick between soft, medium, medium hard, and hard. So if you want normally like at the kedai mamak like that, normally it's soft, medium, soft. Okay. And then if you want to do like your sandwiches, you can go from medium, medium hard, and hard. Nasi lemak hard. Okay. Next, we have the kettle mode. So over here, so this kettle mode. Okay. So this kettle mode is also very good because it helps you to heat the water between 100 degrees until 100 degrees pula. It helps you to heat between 37 degrees, which is that's the normal temperature for baby bottles because some people, they like to warm their baby bottles in here because they don't buy additional baby stuff. So that's why the Thermomix is really, really multifunctional. You can use it even from your babies until they are a long time. Because if you buy all the baby ones, it's not worth it. Okay, so you can even heat up the water for you to boil your teas, your coffee at the perfect temperature. So all you have to do is just turn it. It goes by 5 degrees. So for coffee, tea, and everything, you can select between 70, 80 to get the perfect brew, and then 90. And of course, boiling is at 100. So if you want to boil your pasta or you want to make like sago, then what you do is you boil the water and then you put the ingredients in. All right, next we have the warm up mode. Okay, so for this warm up mode, the minimum is 37. Again, it's suitable for like warming up like baby's food and even for normal food if you just want it a light warm up. And it goes all the way up until 90 degrees. Okay, all you have to do is select the temperature and go either at speed spoon, speed 1 or speed 2. That's the maximum. So speed 2 is the maximum because we are warming up the food. Okay. So this mode, normally you will use to like heat milk, soup, sauces, and stew. So make sure there's enough liquid so that the food can move freely and be heated all the way inside. So you can decide on what's the temperature that you want. and then select whether you want it at speed spoon 1 or 2. Do not forget to insert the measuring cup to prevent splashing. And if you're afraid, like let's just say you're warming up your chicken curry, and if you're afraid that it will break, so what you can do is you can either put on spoon, and then if you're warming up your asam pedas, you can always put it on, you can insert the butterfly whisk. Okay, so when you insert the butterfly whisk, it will help prevent it from breaking. Okay, all right. So that's the heat up mode. So you don't have to use the microwave oven to warm up your food anymore. Okay, next we have the thicken function. So this thicken function works on basically the time, temperature, and here is just one time that you need to turn. Okay, so there is no speed. Only the temperature, you can decide whether you want it 80 or 100. It's just 2 temperatures, that's it. And if you're not sure, you can always follow the cookie dough recipe. And for example, if you want to make like your custard, your black pepper sauce, and if you want to use it in replace of when you have to put the flour or corn flour in. So instead of adding too much of flour into the sauce, then it doesn't taste that nice, because then it's like too thick in a not so nice way. This will retain the flavor in it, and it will help thicken in the sense that it will thicken it naturally. Okay, that's the thicken mode. Okay. Next, another favorite of everyone's is the rice cooker mode. Okay, so now this rice cooker mode over here, you just have to turn it one time, and it will help you cook the rice at approximately around 29 minutes. Okay, so you can cook using long grain rice, basmati rice, any type of rice. And what you want to do is at the top of here, okay, let me just show you. Okay, normally when we cook, we will always add the measuring cup on top, correct? But when you're cooking using the rice cooker mode, you want to put this way, the simmering basket on top. Why? Because sometimes it may splash, so to avoid splashing, you use the simmering basket on top. Okay. All right. So if you want to know the ratio, we actually have a cheat sheet. Your advisor will send it to you. Like for example, parboiled rice, it's always a 1 to 2 cup ratio. So for example, if it's like 50 grams of 50 grams of water, then it's 1 part rice and 2 parts water. Yes, correct. Okay, so that's for, okay, come back down again. Then you can see better. Okay. Okay, so if you want to make like, my favorite to make is of course biryani. The like clay pot chicken is called the chicken mushroom sausage. You should try that. You just dump everything in. You have your chicken, you have your veggie, you have your rice. So it's like a complete meal, fast and easy, 28 minutes, no hassle, nothing at all, no headache. And your family can eat a delicious meal. All right, next we have the fermentation mode. Okay, I told you, Thermomix has got so many functions. So you should start to explore all of it. So with this mode, you can actually ferment certain foods at a constant temperature. So if you want to make your own yogurt, this is amazing. So because normally you have to prove the yeast and dough in the varoma dish, which is at a certain condition, and the Thermomix will help you do it because it is precise by the temperature, and it will help you to do that for you. So you just have to follow the guided cooking recipe, which is included. Okay. All right. So for the fermentation, like I said, there's a guided cooking recipe in here, but if you already know, and if you are terror, then you will know that you can increase the time, okay, up to 12 hours. That's the maximum. Okay, and the temperature can go all the way up to 70 degrees. Minimum temperature, 37. And if you see there's a small little 37, okay, it just disappeared. There was a small 37 in there. Now that 37 indicates the temperature of the bowl. Okay, so whatever number that's written small in this dial here, that is the temperature of the bowl. Okay, then again, for all of the modes, you just turn it once and it will start to activate. Okay, next we have the slow cook. Okay, so slow cook, you can cover a maximum of 800 grams of meat with sauce and cook it from 1 to 8 hours between 37 to 98 degrees. And the results will be soft and tender. Now, the great thing about this is because even if you leave it overnight, you do not have to worry about the stove being left overnight, which is very dangerous because, you know, anything can happen and we don't want anything to happen. And sometimes you need to keep an eye on it, which is very leceh. So it's really, really good to use this slow cook mode. Okay. So for the slow cook mode, again, maximum, you just come here. Okay. Okay, maximum is 8 hours. And that's the small little temperature that I was talking about. Okay, and the maximum temperature is 98. Okay, minimum 37. And then just turn it one time and it will start cooking. There are lots of cookie dough recipes in the machine itself. So you can always explore and try out. Just type in slow cook and you will actually be able to find so many recipes. Now, next, this is sous vide. Now, if you go to some of the restaurants, they actually ask you how you want your meat done. And it tastes really nice and juicy because it's done in a sous vide method. So sous vide method is basically letting you cook in a vacuum packed bag. So for example, like, where's my, okay, all right, let me just show you. Okay, so for sous vide, let's just say you have your vacuum packed bag. Some of it has a sous vide bag specifically. So you can buy the bag separately and then it has a sealer. So what you will do is you will actually put your meat, your herbs, everything that you want to marinate in the bag itself. So let's just say we put this in, okay? And then after that, you will lock it. Make sure you lock it properly so that water doesn't go in. And then you will add water into the mixing bowl. Okay, after you've added the water into the mixing bowl, okay, normally you have to add this blade cover inside. Okay, and then you just let it soak in the water like that. Okay, so it will soak in the water. Okay, and you can cook up to 12 hours. So what it does is it cooks at a longer time in a lower temperature. So it cooks evenly and that's how it manages to maintain the nutrients in it and the flavor of it itself. Okay, so back to here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you can place your meat, your veggie, everything in there and you can select. Okay, let's close this. Okay, so you can select the time and then the temperature of the sous vide. Now for sous vide, the temperature is precise by increment of 1. Okay, so it's by 1. Okay, and the maximum, it can go up to, like I said just now, 12 hours. Okay, so I can go longer than this. See, it goes back to 30 seconds. For those of you who missed it earlier. Okay, so that's the sous vide function. Now, last but not least is our latest software update function, which is the peeler mode. Okay, so if you click the peeler mode, okay, so this peeler mode, you have to use it with this blade peeler cover. Okay, so this blade peeler cover, okay, let me show you. You don't need to see that. Okay, lift it up. Okay, so this blade peeler cover, what you're going to do is you're going to take it like this and you're just going to insert it in onto the blade like that. Okay, then you can see, ta-da, it doesn't come out. It's locked really well. So when you want to take it out, you have to like slightly snug it out. So what this blade peeler cover does in here is that when you add in water and you add in your raw root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, your lengkuas, your halia, your ginger, it will help you to peel the skin off. Now, the timing depends. It can be from as fast as even 1 minute up to 4 minutes. And if you feel that it needs a little bit more, you can even actually do it twice. Okay. Now, besides that, the purpose of this blade peeler cover as well is if you want to make like your asam pedas, you're afraid that the fish might pecah. So you put in this blade peeler cover and then you put the fish on top, then it will not pecah your asam pedas fish. It is sold separately for 200 ringgit. You can get it from your advisors. Okay. So that's the blade peeler cover. Now you have to make sure that maximum is 800 grams. And like I mentioned, if you're not sure, you can always click the I button. Again, okay, you can always click the I button and it will give you the description there, that I button over here. Okay, so you can see that maximum is 4 minutes. But if you feel 4 minutes is not enough, you can always do it again. Okay. So that's about the blade peeler cover. And that's all the main modes. Now, as you can see, there's an empty space here. So that empty space is actually good news for us because that just means that from time to time, we will be having new software updates and who knows, we will be having new functions coming in as well. Okay, so far, before I continue, does anyone have any questions regarding manual cooking as well as the pre-selected cooking modes that's already in the Thermomix? Okay, anyone has any questions? There's so many modes. So I really, really hope that you actually, take the time to, go through one by one, explore Cookie Do. And like what Lindsay was explaining earlier, if you actually see the Cookie Do, not Cookie Do, sorry, at the main screen over here. Good job. Wait, let me show you. Okay, let me fix this. Yeah, if you can see the screen here. And if you swipe up, some more, you will see that there's this section here on like new access modes. And if you click, I'm not sure if you have clicked, watch.
To cook with Thermomix. A bolognese, for example, there is Harry's way with Wagyu beef. There is Anna's way with...
Wow, how many of you have tried this and knew about this? That you can even watch videos on your Thermomix. Okay, right now, some of our recipes. So some of our videos that we have in the Thermomix does not have a sound. However, who knows, in time to come, we actually may have sounds in it. Okay. And there's always, if you scroll up, like you see, it goes according to your custom. So this one says here, because you like simple, easy, everyday dishes, it gives you idea as well. And there's also other things that you can explore from the main Cookie Do page itself. See, this is the basic cookbook that I was explaining to you all about. And how you can, there's so many things that you can actually check out. They even have an article in the Thermomix itself. So I'm sure some of you did not know that. I hope you learned something new today. So just before we go, I just want to share something quick with you because for those of you who have been using your Thermomix, I'm sure you know how amazing it is. And you're probably thinking, I'm not sure whether one Thermomix is enough. I feel like I need to get another Thermomix. So I am here to help you. Okay. So Thermomix, as you know, is an international brand. It's a smart kitchen all in one. And our HQ is actually in German. So it's an imported product which has like many years of record. And One Thermomix is sold every 23 seconds. Okay, that's a lot. And okay, let me just move this thing here. Okay. Okay. And it has got 5 times more searches for Thermomix than Gordon Ramsay. So that just says quite a lot. And if you see in the slide, it shows here you have over 75,000 recipes in Cookie Do. But if you open your Cookie Do right now without the filter, I can guarantee you there's actually already more than 80,000 recipes. So can you imagine how fast Thermomix is really growing around the world? Okay. So next. Okay, it has won a lot of awards, so you know you are buying and you know you're using a great international acclaimed product. Now, every 23 seconds, one Thermomix is sold around the world. So can you imagine how many Thermomix has been sold just in this one unboxing session? So you can see it from 1961, how it has changed, how it just keeps getting better and better. Okay, so for the Thermomix Courier, you only have 4 levels, so we won't be doing much on this, but just wanted to highlight to you. So join us as a new partner. So what you have to do is just complete it in 90 days. Okay, sell 6, get 1 qualified recruit, and you get to win 1 free Thermomix. Now, why you need to have 2 is because it is so amazing and you can do so much of other things with 2 Thermomix. Now, fast and furious, if you finish it in 45 days, again, we will reward you with more exciting gifts. So if you join us, this is how it is. Okay, and next, as an advisor, this is roughly the income that you can make. Yes, I know, 38,500. That is more than some of our top level management ranked employees make. Whereas this one, all you have to do is just cook, serve your family, and share it with others. And that's actually how much you make. Does not require much effort. Now, when you recruit, you will also earn bonus. So you can get up to 3,500 ringgit. So altogether, you can actually like get 10,500 ringgit just by having 3 recruits under you. Wow, wow, wow. I have worked 9 to 5 job, and that's the reason why I've left it. Okay. So these are all the amazing gifts. Remember, I told you about the blade peeler cover. Now you don't have to go and buy it. You can get it for free. Now remember, I told you that you can make your own yogurt. Now you don't have to buy the glass jars. You don't need to buy this, you know, the ones from third party. Buy the original one. No need to buy also. We give it to you for free as incentives. So all this, actually the HQ gives it to us for free. That's how generous it starts. And all you need to do is only starts with 280 ringgit. And who knows, you could be one of the Thermomix world record breakers. See, we've got so many here from Malaysia, and I'm sure I can see your face there too one day. Okay, so it is very easy to be a Thermomix advisor. All you have to do is just host cooking shows. And like right now, we have Zoom cooking shows that we hold every weekend online. And we also have our HQ demos, as well as we do personal home-to-home demos. Okay, and you have to just cook, snap, share on your social. I mean, we love to go to restaurants, click the picture, and then upload our social media. So why not we do the same when we're at home? Click the picture that we cook, put on our social media, impress our friends and families with what we have personally made with our own Thermomix. Okay. All right, so these are the 2 plans that we have, Light Advisor Kit, which is 280, and the Premium Advisor Kit. Now, I love the Premium Advisor Kit because the trolley bag itself costs 450 ringgit, but I only have to pay 480 ringgit, and I get so much more for it. So it's really, really good to have the trolley bag, because even if you want to take it to your in-laws' house, or you want to take it to your neighbor's house, your friend's house, you want to go to Airbnb, it's so easy to just put the Thermomix in there and carry it with you anywhere you go. So join us now. You only have to gain. That's all. Okay, so turn your passion for a good food into a wonderful business. How amazing is that? Okay, so thank you for joining us tonight. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop us in the chat. We will be happy to answer you. And we hope that tonight you have gained a better insight on your Thermomix machine. I'm sure most of you can't wait to put your hands on it and really explore and try to expand your culinary experience. And for those of you who do not have your Thermomix, I'm sure you can't wait to get yours. So you can always get your advisors. Okay. So quick question from chat. Lindsay, would you like to answer that or how? Okay, now for some of you, especially your lid, as you can see, my lid looks quite neat. And what you do is, especially if you use turmeric, you will see there's like yellow stains. So what for the stains, just dry it in the sunlight and it will actually get rid of the yellow stains. Now, same for the smell. Now, me personally, based on years of using Thermomix, normally when after washing it, I let it air dry. I do not close it like this overnight. I prefer to turn it upside down because of the rubber, silicone rubber. So sometimes silicone rubber, it sticks the smell and things like that. So when you air it dry, it gets rid of the smell better. Okay, anyone has other tips? So yeah, mine doesn't smell. If not, it'll be smelling of belacan. It'll be smelling of sambal, rendang. Today, what did we make? Yeah, today we made chicken, chicken butter. And if you have seen also, like, I know most of us use our machine. This bowl is 2 years old, okay? And because it looks so shining, so I'm going to share with you one tip. What you can do is you can take a couple of eggshells, put it inside, because eggshells are natural. It's non-abrasive. It's not, so it won't scratch your bowl. It will naturally give it the shine. So what you do is you put in a bit of the eggshell and lemon in there to give it that natural shine, so that your bowl looks sparkling clean. Yeah. Yes, sunning it. It needs to go for, let it go for a let it sunbathe. Yeah. It's okay to sunbathe your measuring cup, your lid, as well as any of the other appliances. Okay, and even the spatula, sometimes because we used to scrape down, so especially turmeric has got that yellow color stain on it, it helps. Okay, so that's how to shine the bowl. Oh, and another thing, if you want to take care of your Thermomix, use soft damp cloth. You don't have to like really scrub the body. So you can just like wipe it dry here using the cloth. Now be careful when you place your Thermomix back. Do not hit the sides here, okay? Because if you hit this, the glass may crack. Okay, so slowly, gently, ta-da, just like that when you lift up. Okay, and also the arm locks are quite sensitive. These two arm locks here are sensitive, so try not to place your towel. Don't. It's not a hook rack. Okay, it's an automatic locking system, not a hook rack. So don't place anything heavy at the side here. All right. So I think it was a useful session today. Anyone has anything else, any tips? All right. So I think that is all for today. Don't forget to join us this weekend. Saturday, 10:30 to 12 a.m. We will be having our Zoom live session, and we will be showing you interesting recipes which you can try straight away. And we hope to see you there. Don't forget to invite your friends and family as well. So until next time, have a great week. See you.
Thank you, ladies.